Yeah. Uh-huh. 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 Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. 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 Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Gracious God, creator of the universe, and yet the lover of my soul. Alpha and Omega, and yet I can call you friend. I don't have to beg you for anything, but I can thank you for everything. God, I thank you because this is the day that you have made, and I can rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you for this day of magnificence and glory and splendor. God, I thank you for life, health, and for strength. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for peace, love, and joy. I thank you for the essence of you that envelops me right now, from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. We thank you for this day of manifestation. We thank you for the day of revelation. We thank you for the day of impartation. We thank you as you move in the midst of your people to bring us to the greatest times that we've ever seen since the foundation of the world. Thank you, Lord, that for this time and for this season, you've allowed us to be a part of your move in the face of the earth. I thank you, God, for the revolution that you're bringing forth, God, even in the midst of the earth right now. And I thank you for the opportunity to be a part of what you're doing in this hour, because in the last days, saith God, you said you would pour out your spirit on all flesh. And so now we thank you for the pouring out. God, I thank you for the rain and the move of your spirit. I thank you for fresh oil. I thank you for new wine. I thank you for the new thing that you're doing. I thank you now that it does spring forth. I thank you, Lord, that you've called us to be the head and not the tail. You've called us to be above only and not beneath. You've called us to be the lender and not the borrower. You've called, God, that our storehouses would be full and increase. God, I thank you because even I decree and declare that the people under the sound of my voice, even now, are moving in the might of your strength. Not by might nor by power, but by your spirit. I thank you for those that are the sons and daughters of God that are called because they walk not after the flesh, but after your spirit. I thank you for the rising up of the people of your kingdom. I thank you that your kingdom come. I thank you that your will be done, even now in earth as it is in heaven. I thank you, Lord, because you are moving in the midst of your people mightily as never before. Raise us up, oh God, to the standard of what you've called us to be. God, I thank you for the standard of greatness. I thank you for the standard of holiness. I thank you for the standard of moving as the sons and daughters of yours, and not as vagabonds, not as those that never knew you, not as those that are confused and confounded, but God, those that know who they are in you. I thank you for the knowing. I thank you, God, for knowing you. I thank you for knowing your presence. Thank you for knowing your Holy Ghost power that gives us the ability to be successful. Your anointing that gives us the power to rise up and be called blessed. Thank you for that is in us. Thank you, God, for all things that pertain to life and godliness. Thank you because we are not confused. We are not deceived. And we thank you for that clarity of mind and the clarity of vision that allows us to walk forth as kings and queens, as princes and princesses in the kingdom that walk in the earth. We thank you that we are your beloved, and we rise up as the apple of your eye. We rise up, oh God, as those that you love with all of your heart. And God, we love you back. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for soundness of spirit. I thank you that healing is our bread. Healing is our deliverance. By the stripes of Jesus, we're already healed. And we speak forth that healing even now for those that need it. Thank you, God, for every stripe that was taken. Thank you for the bruising. Thank you that he was wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him. God, with those same stripes we declare and we speak healing in Jesus' name. We give you glory, we give you peace, we give you honor, we give you blessing, we give you might. We ascribe all of these things unto you because they are yours. Thank you, the fruit of my lips giving thanks unto your name, ever giving you all that is yours. Glory, honor, power, dominion, majesty. It's yours. I decree it and I speak it. In the mighty name of Jesus, it is so. Amen and amen.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to welcome you to today's edition of Yes You O Cubed. The O Cubed, one-on-one, just me and you. That's what it stands for. One-on-one, just me and you. I am your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman, and I am so glad that you thought it well to join me on this fine day. Beloved, I'm telling you, you might as well go ahead and consider that July is gone. This is Tuesday, July the 27th in the year 2021. And so at the end of the day, I tell you what, July is gone, beloved. It is gone. So you might as well get ready. You might as well get ready because August is here. So much going on. We're going to get this party started. Now, I have to start here as we always do. I always start here and y'all know I do. So let me go ahead and put it up there. Because I think this sister crawled her lips, hips, and fingertips into my chat probably at 12:01. Yes, the winner of Grandpa Holmes's chair. She was in the studio before I was in the studio, y'all, this morning. She was already perched. She was already ready. She had determination and consistency, a constitution of perseverance, and that determination got her lips, hips, and fingertips into Grandpa Holmes's chair. That's none other than Dalen 628. You are the winner of Grandpa Holmes's chair. Yes, Rebel, it's a mess. It's a whole mess. Listen, Dalen she shall not be defeated. She shall not listen. No quit till you win. That's what we said on Friday. No quit till you win. Well, she won, y'all. Daylin was like, I ain't playing up in these parts. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm going to do it one more time because that's determination. I'm telling you. This child ain't playing. She slept in Grandpa Holmes' chair. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? She got up in that chair, got her blanket and her pillow, and she just laid over. She said, I ain't going nowhere. Oh yeah, we having church. We ain't going nowhere. She just laid over until STL finally came into the studio. And so I just want to congratulate you. Listen, go ahead and get ready. You get the information to us because you are definitely going to get a Yes You mug. So, I mean, the kind of battling you've been doing to get in that chair, you got to have something tangible in your hands after all of this. This child is not playing. She is after that chair. And I appreciate that because that says to me, you all are doing everything you can to get here bright and early and not miss me from the beginning. I appreciate those of you, and no shade on anybody. I appreciate whenever you come into the room, but for those of you all that you go out of your way to be here from the first note, from the first word, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. And that's why I enjoy coming in here and having this conversation with you all every morning. I really, really do. It is a somebody said, finally. Now, let me tell you, Daylin 628, she really had won Grandpa Holmes's chair on the day that I couldn't see my screen. I believe it was last Tuesday, and Daylin had won Grandpa Holmes's chair. And since I couldn't see my screen, I said everybody is the winner of Grandpa Holmes's chair. Baby, I think Daylin read me for filth. She read me STL. She wasn't having it. It wasn't fair. She had worked so hard to get in that chat. You know, I'm messing with you, Daylin. I'm messing with you. I really, really am. But at the end of the day, girl, you made it. And I appreciate you. Y'all got me cracking up. I appreciate everybody. And as we get this party crack-a-lacking, you know how we do it. Go ahead and get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out. I want to say good morning to Daylin. Yes, you made it, girl. You made it. I want to say good morning to the Rebel Inc. You my girl, and I always appreciate you holding down the fort for me. I want to say good morning. Let me look and see who all is in here. I see Anita Harvey. Good morning to you, Anita Harvey. Good morning, BTD Mom. Good morning, Teresa Jones. Y'all in here this morning. I appreciate you so much. Good morning, SK8843. Good morning, Stacy 546 is in the room, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I see Siri in the room, and listen, Siri is already giving offering. We hadn't even started yet, and the saints are already giving offering. Now, those are saints that are sure enough saved when they come bearing gifts, and they don't even wait for the offering plate to pass around. They just come with their offering in hand and just start giving. Thank you, Siri. I definitely appreciate you for your gift and your giving. Shelly Thunder, there's thunder in the room, y'all. There's thunder in the. Let me see. Do I have some thunder? I'm trying to see. Y'all know I got all my sound effects, and I think I got some thunder, but I gotta find it. But Shelly Thunder is in the room. I don't see it right off the top of my head, so I'm not gonna. Oh, there it is. Let me get it. This is for you, Shelly Thunder. This is for you. Shelly Thunder is in the room, y'all. Shelly Thunder is in the room. There's thunder and lightning. Shelly is in the room, y'all. Okay, now let me see. I want to keep going. Monica L. Smith is in the room. Teresa Jones, that's my 411 Connect, y'all. She's in the room. Mel Holiday. We gonna go for a ride and come back alone. Mel Holiday is in the room. I appreciate you, sis. Now I want to say this about Stacy and Mel. These are two of my schoolmates all the way back from in the day. So we talking about a long time back. Just so you know, I graduated in 1982. So we talking about quite some time, and these sisters are here. Cassandra Isaiah, that's my poet laureate. She's in the room, and I appreciate you for being here, Cassandra. And I know she's gonna give us some good rhymes before we get up out of here. Oh my goodness, Aurora Eatery. Now this streamer, I just met her. Hey, Teresa Jones has liked the stream. Thank you, Teresa. I appreciate you. Aurora's Eatery is in the room. I want you all to go and follow her. I see Nancy Jackson. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. I appreciate you for hosting the stream, BTD Mom. And y'all know this is how we open up. I appreciate the actions and the movements, whether you subscribe, whether you like, whether you share, whether you host. And those I said are already giving biddies. I just stop and appreciate you because I really do appreciate you. As well as at the end, hey, Nancy Jackson liking the stream. Thank you so much. At the end, you'll also see in the credits when they roll that beautiful bean footage. That's my time to appreciate every last one of you that support me during this podcast. And again, I say thank you. Now, I think I've gotten, oh no, Jonna CPW. I can't miss my sis, my girl, my baby, my sister from another mother. That's my girl. Jonna CPW is in the room, and I hope I haven't missed anybody. And to those, Kim Possible, yes. Everything is possible when you got Kim Possible in the midst, coming to us and giving us that shout out of love from the ATL. I appreciate you, Kim Possible. I appreciate you. Now, I think I got everybody. I hope I didn't miss anybody because all of you are precious to me, and I appreciate you for coming in this morning. Now, let's get this party crack-a-lacking. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we roll. Let me get my music going because the music man, Rashida Renee, I see you out there, and welcome to the Lion's Den. Now here we go, y'all. Here we go. Let's get this party crack-a-lacking. Let me get my music queued up. Here we go. I'm gonna listen to it just for a second. Oh yeah. Here we go. Dalen, you are the winner. Let me bring that on down and we gonna get ready to get this party crack. Shay Floyd is in the room. Thank you for sharing the stream, sis. She's another thought leader. She's another mover and shaker. I got some lions out here that I'm attached to. Lord, Lord, Lord. We are the Pride, Pride of Lions. And this pride is relentless. And you're going to hear us roar. Get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out. Because y'all know how we do it over here. No cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black because we tell it like it T-I-Z-T is. Yes, we do. So we're getting ready to talk about what happened while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered. I got a few things to talk about this morning. I see your coffee cup. I see your coffee cup. I see your C-Reed. I see your SK8843. Let's get those coffee cups out and talk about what happened. What had happened was, well, you see what had happened was Issa Rae got married, y'all. Issa Rae, let me go ahead and give her some props and some shout out and some, yes, Issa Rae. She got married. Y'all remember on Color Purple when she said, I's married now, daddy. I's married now. Issa Rae tied the knot. Yes, she did. And listen, it's a black coffee kind of, she did, Rebel. She got married. Now, this is the funny thing about that, because she's been downplaying this for a minute. She showed up at the carpet in 19 with a gentleman bow on her arm, and they started speculating. You know how we do. We percolate and we speculate. they got to percolating and speculating that something was going on. And so Issa, you know, she's like, she wasn't giving up the tea. She wasn't giving up the coffee. Yes, and Teresa, I know you don't do coffee, so get your teacups out. She said, I'm not giving up any tea. I'm not giving up any coffee. And she kept that thing private as long as she could. So even as you know how they do, the paparazzi follow folk around and they just won't let it go. And they were on top of it. So this is what Issa Rae came out and said. She said, number one, it was an impromptu photo shoot in a custom Vera Wang dress. Number two, my girls just came to help me, but they coincidentally had on the same dress that I was wearing, but they were so embarrassed. And number three, then I took a few flicks and pictures with somebody's husband. I love Issa Rae. I do. The girl is a genius. Now, she is the creator of Insecure, for those that are saying, who was Issa Rae? And that means absolutely positively nothing to me. But Issa Rae, I'm going to tell you what, Issa Rae, I loved Insecure. So yeah, that's what Issa said. I love it. I love it. I love it. She said, listen, it just happened to be an impromptu photo shoot and everybody showed up with the same clothes and I took a picture with somebody's husband. She is funny. Issa is the real deal when you talk about comedy. And yes, Dalen, Insecure, I love that show. I hope that they're going to bring it back over and over and over again because Issa is a creative genius. And I believe she's one of those stories, if I understand and my recall serves me correctly, you know, y'all know I'm getting up in age. I told y'all I graduated in 1982. But I believe she was found on the internet and was doing episodes on the internet, and obviously you best believe folks are out here trolling the internet looking for phenoms and sensations, and of course the numbers of people that are watching. They picked her up, and the next thing you know, she had a show, and rightfully so, because she deserved a show. She really did. She deserved a show. Your favorite show, your favorite season was 5, the final one. Dalen, it was good. And if you feel like going on a binge watch sometime here in the near future, Insecure, I recommend it. There's a lot of shows, you know, people give all of this hoopla about, and they talk about, and you go out and you watch it, and it's almost like a deflated experience. It's like all the air was let out of the balloon. But Insecure, if you have not seen it, and you're wondering what the hoopla is about, now I would venture to say it's probably going to be more on the chick flick side. I don't know, but I think the brothers would enjoy it. But listen, she is an absolute genius. I want her to have all the success in the world. And one more time, we're going to give it up for her as she has done her nuptials with somebody's husband. So there you Real Tax Talk is in the room. Come on, y'all. I appreciate you. Get your coffee cup out. Get your coffee cup out, because I'm glad that you're here. Serenade in the shade. Participate. Don't hate. Do your thing in your Vera. Did you understand the words that were coming out of our mouth? Vera Wang. She said, let me sashay my lips, hips, and fingertips down the aisle in some Vera. She ain't playing. And I wish them all the best as they go forth. Now, I started with one black female lion, and now I'm going to go to another black female lion that I'm a little distressed about having to report what happened while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered. But I was a little bit late. Good morning, Risha Jones. Risha Jones in the house. So good to see you. That's my sis. I love you, girl. Thank you for coming on in the room. Now, you're in the lion's den, and we're going to roar. I was a little distressed. Get those coffee cups out. Get those coffee cups out. I see you, Cassandra. Simone Biles, it was reported to me, is out of the Olympics as of this morning, y'all. Could it be be the devil. Baby, that ain't nothing but that old slimy devil. I see your coffee cup. I see your coffee cup. Real talk. I see your coffee cup. Real tax talk. Now, at tax time, y'all be sure and hook this brother. Yes. Wait a minute. It ain't nothing but that old slimy devil. Now, I know, Stacy, it's the devil, y'all. As I had a little baby, he couldn't get it together when he said, it's the devil. It's the devil. It's Diablo. Listen, Diablo is so loose on this Tokyo Olympics, they might as well just shut it down. Ain't nobody there. Ain't nobody participating in this Tokyo Olympics because all of your top seed folk are gone. Now, y'all know she is the GOAT. Thank you for the shout out to Tax Talk, Real Tax Talk. Y'all follow. Please follow. They're giving all kind of tax tips and understanding over there. So please follow. They're giving all kinds of people the blues because then I was looking and they said because they got the 2-country rule, another one of the, I can't remember if it was gymnastics or swimmers is out because we already had our 2 top. And even though what she did was better than the other country, because of this 2-country rule, she cannot participate even though she was better than others that competed against her and had a higher score. If this Olympics don't need to be revamped, y'all, I just don't know. Because listen, at the end of the day, this mess is just dastardly. It's just dastardly. I'm listening and I'm watching. So I know you all are concerned about, listen, they gonna start just getting folk off the street, Stacy, 546. They just gonna get folk off the street and say, do you want to be in the Olympics? Do you want to be in the Olympics? We'll get you a plane ticket to wherever it is, and you just show up, and we'll put you in. You know, it doesn't matter that you haven't been in the sport since 1982, but you ran track. That's all I need. Did you ever run? Did you, in your whole lifetime, did you ever run? Would you please? Yes, Simone is out with an injury. But at the end, Nancy, you know, I just feel like this. Now, at the end of the day, good morning, truck driver. Good morning. At the end of the day, I just feel like this. They need to just go ahead and every gold medal in whatever event she is enlisted in, they ought to just give her the gold. They ought to just give her the gold. Now, I don't know about that because the story had just broken when I left, Nancy. So you may very well be right because they came out with the breaking story. Stacy, you walked track. You walked track. Stacy, you would make it, beloved. In the Tokyo Olympics that they're holding and hosting this year, you would make it, my dear, and you probably would get a medal. This is just absolutely ridiculous. So, Nancy, you giving some more information. Thank you, Mel. Mel's confirming the word with signs following. Mel said that is correct. So, shut down and sit down and stop messing around. Come on, Cassandra, because it's a mess. This is an absolute mess. I'm looking and I'm saying to myself, can we even call this Olympics? Can we? When we look at all the people that are excluded, I'm like, this ain't no Olympics. This ain't no Olympics. So, you know, it is what it is. We're going to try to make it through. We're going to try to endure hardness as a good soldier. But y'all, this is an absolute mess. So, yeah, she walks trash. She walks track, Risha. She walks track. So that qualifies. Believe you me, that qualifies in these Tokyo Olympics. Honey, she's right up there with the best of them. So, you know, I just got to say, This is a whole mess. It's a hot mess. So now, as it's been reported, and thank you for the clarification, because when I came, y'all know I start early. So when I came into the studio, the report that came out was that she's out. So now we got some clarification. She's out of the team, but she's in with her individual. So at the end of the day, I love it. I love it. I just want to see her. But at any level, she should... It's just the Cassandra said this is just the Olympics. This is just the Olympics. That's perfect. That is so perfect for what's going on right now. This ain't no Olympics. This is just the Olympics. If you can limp, if you can hobble, if it's any kind of way you can put your body out there, you're in. Oh my God, y'all got me dying. This is why I come into Yes You O Cubed one-on-one, just me and you, because y'all got me cracking up. I'm gonna see, I don't know if y'all can see all of the conversations, so I'm gonna try if I can. I wanna move that chat, and y'all tell me if this gets any better, because I want y'all to see what the Saints are saying. Because listen, this is the cracks. Y'all got me dying. It's the Olympics, y'all. It's the Olympics. Okay, let me put it there and see if y'all can read everything on the screen. Listen, this is a whole mess. This is a whole mess. And I'm like, child, y'all might as well let the Saints go home. It's over. The Olympics is over. Just let the Saints go home. Oh, Lord Jesus. So at the end of the day, I just don't know what to say. But I love the fact that, Shelly Thunder, come on and submit your stuff. Come on, Shelly Thunder. Give him a little of that smoke. Give him a little of your smoke. Yes, let him know that Shelly Thunder is in the building. Yes, Shelly Thunder is in the room. Shelly Thunder wants some of that gold. Shelly Thunder. Shelly, you might as well go on get in, because I'm telling you, it's that kind of party right about now, y'all. It's that kind of party right about now. It's a whole mess. So it is the Olympics. It's the Olympics. And Stacy 546 is going to pick you up, and y'all just going to walk the track. Y'all didn't know that was a new Olympic event. Just walking the track. Just walk. Just get out there. Just walk the track. Just walk the track. Because this is the Olympics. Y'all silly. Y'all are silly. But there you have it. I do want to show, I mean, this girl is unparalleled. There's nobody to deal with Simone. Simone she's the real deal. She is the GOAT. She is the greatest of all times. I want y'all to see. Now, you know, they start talking about they were going to sanction this pike that she does with this special name, the Yurchenko pike, double pike, because listen, they talking about Nancy, can you use your walker? Yes, in these Olympics you can. In these Olympics, get your walker out, get your cane, get your whatever, get your wheelchair. Let somebody roll you around in these Olympics. You understand? You can do it. You can do it. If you put your mind to it, you can do it. I know you can do it in these here Olympics. It's a shameful God. So at the end of the day, I want y'all to see and celebrate the GOAT, because she is the GOAT. She's making up stuff. She's creating stuff, excuse me, and executing it. So, you know, I just want y'all to see her do what she do, because this girl is off the chains. I love her. And every now and again, you'll have somebody that comes into a sport and just creatively dominates it like you've never seen it before. Simone Biles is the real deal, y'all. She's the real deal.
Ready to watch Simone Biles do something astonishing once again. And forget about her. How much have you guys thought about this the last couple of days?
I mean, since the very first moment that we actually saw this with our own eyes right in front of us, it has been absolutely unbelievable to watch every single time. Here we go. Wow.
Unbelievable.
You know, yesterday Simone told us that she likes to lift gymnastics.
Hey, you are now tuned in to Restoration to the Second Powers podcast, where we're living.
Well, y'all see, there it is. Yes, I had a little bit of restoration came up in there. Simone Biles, ladies and gentlemen. Simone Biles. Listen, I got to give it up for her. Because she's the real deal. She's the real deal. And at the end of the day, like I said, because there's just no competition. There's just nobody that can really come out and compete with her. I had to cue that up, because that is, do y'all see her body? Do you understand how high and how much energy and strength it takes to project your body all the way into the air and do 2 to 3 complete rotations? That, listen, you exhausted, Nancy. And so Naomi Osaka is out. I know it. Naomi Osaka, if you all didn't hear that, and Nancy, you took me right where I'm going, because listen, at the end of the day, like I said, these are the Olympics, because your top seeds and your top athletes in these areas that are unable to compete. Yes, SK, we now have synchronized track walking, and here we come. These Olympics are, this is just absolutely unbelievable. So that while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, all of this has created itself at the Olympics. Then you also have people that are really upset because they are, I'm telling you, real tax talk, I'm just trying to break it down and make it plain, make it plain. At the end of the day, I'm looking, and they're very upset as well, because they don't know when to watch. They don't know where to watch. Some stuff's on television. Some stuff is coming from Peacock, I believe it is. You don't know what time they're going to broadcast. So people that are trying to watch the games, hey, you gonna kill it, SK. Stacy, y'all gonna kill it. Y'all gonna get out there in the synchronized walking, and y'all gonna absolutely crush it and take the gold in team walking. Y'all gonna do that in team walking, not the individual, but in team walking. Y'all coming out. Let's make our own plane and fly out and get the listen, just do it. Won't you, real tax talk? Just do it. Anybody can show up for these Olympics. Anybody. And we won't see you because they don't know what channel to watch it on. So, I mean, this has just been a fiasco. It's limp all the way around. And the people are mad because, if you remember, they've decided and determined they would not let the family members go. They wouldn't allow any spectators to come. They even had one of the participants who needed a personal assistant because she was legally blind and deaf. They would not allow the assistant to go. I mean, it's just dastardly. It's just So, you know, at the end of the day, this is all I got to say about the Tokyo Olympics. Could it be? The devil. Oh, wrong one. Even the devil ain't right. Even the devil ain't right, y'all, today. Could it be the devil? Ain't nothing but that old slimy devil. Diablo is loose. Diablo and the gates of hell have prevailed against the Tokyo Olympics. Ain't nothing but that old slimy devil. Ain't nothing but that old slimy devil, y'all. So listen, I don't have anything else to say. I watched it a little bit on yesterday, and I think I'm just about pretty near done. Because unless Simone Biles is out there doing her thing, all the rest of that stuff, I really don't care. So, listen, and Naomi's out. I'm done. And I watched the swimming on yesterday. It was pit. One of the slowest times they've ever had. And so I'm like, y'all know, this ain't no Olympic style, nothing. These folk out here flopping in the water like fish. They just like, oh, I'm just out for a stroll today. Do the backstroke. I'm just out for a stroll today. Do the breaststroke. I'm just out for a slowest times recorded. And so I'm like, at the end of the day, what's the point, child? Y'all, as my friend says in Cali, move around. The blind and the deaf player's assistant is her mama. So at the end of the day, it's just Jonna. This chat has gone. It's out of my control, y'all. Whatever y'all see in chat, y'all just, it's got a life and a breath of its own. So y'all just roll with it, because the chat is loose. Can we install edges for these peoples? Come on, Rebel. They need some edges? Now, while we talking about the heat, I want you all to be extra safe, because the heat is back in the top of the news. While you slumbered, slept, and slobbered, they start talking about the heat because it's about to go into a heat wave for the next several days. They're saying from the West Coast all the way across the countryside. Y'all get ready, because it's about to be as hot as Hades. It seemed like Diablo has surfaced and brought all the heat from hell with him when he came. So Diablo is in the Olympics. No. Diablo's not in the Olympics. Diablo is in the Olympics. Diablo is in the land, from the West Coast across the land. Diablo and demon hordes from hell have brought heat. That's why you need your edges. That heat is so bad. Y'all know, once that sweat starts running and that heat starts coming off your body, and y'all done plastered them edges down with that pre-con gel, you done gelled it down real good and you thought you had it, but then the heat, tracks on tracks, stacks on stacks, y'all silly out there. It's too hot for your edges. Your edges just start creeping and curling up. They turn into that 24 karat bead. You thought it was all laid down and slicked down like baby hair, but you're 50 years old. You know it wasn't baby hair. You knew that wasn't baby hair. You knew that when that hair met some moisture and some resistance, and that heat from Diablo started coming out of your flesh, you knew, beloveds, you knew it was going to return from whence it came. You already knew that. So once it starts curling and turning, and the next thing you know, you got 24 karat bead, just BBs, just lined up all around, BBs all around your edges, just BBs, like you could just pull them off and load them up in the gun and be like, wait a minute, let me get my AK. Come on, where you at? Because I gotta get the BBs in here, because y'all know it ain't nothing less than BBs laying up on your head. Where you at? You trying to hide from it, but I'm gonna find you anyway. Here we go. This is what you got lined up and laid up on your head. Take that stuff off. Just pull your own BBs. Pull your own BBs off your head. Because in this hell degrees weather, the Gorilla Glue. Take the Gorilla Glue and glue them on. Matter of fact, listen, let me tell you. Walk up to your neighbors and say, neighbor, can I take the BBs off of your head? I said, neighbor, can I get some BBs off of your head? That's how hot it is, y'all. It's hot outside. So at the end of the day, they are saying, listen, we want you all to make sure that you stay in if you can. If you don't have to go out, BBs and Gorilla Glue come forth. You knew your hair, you don't have baby hair. You're 60, you're 70, you don't have baby hair. Quit lying. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. At the end of the day, I need y'all to act right. I need y'all to do right. If you can't, if you are over 3 years old and your baby hair has left you, if you are over 5 years old and your baby hair has left you, y'all need to go out there and get them press-on sides, those press-on edges. And this ain't no joke. They really have press-on edges, y'all. Y'all need to invest in those press-on edges, because that stuff's gonna curl up. If you didn't know, now you know. That stuff's gonna press up. It's gonna curl up. Cause you listen, just it's no good, Aurora's Eatery. It's no good. The tattoo edges. That's what I need you to get, and stop trying to lay your, and you know what, now I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get out of here. What's really aggravating about the edges is when they do the edges, and even no matter how much water and pre-con gel they put on there, they still won't lay down. I'm like, I need you to look in the mirror. You know that stuff ain't laid down. It looks nappy. It's nappy laying on your head, and you out here trying to act like you got some baby hair. I need you all to stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Because listen, I want you to understand this.
Ain't nothing but the devil.
I can't hear you.
Ain't nothing but the devil.
I can't hear you.
Ain't nothing but the devil.
That's what it is, beloved. That's what it is. And I want you to be clear on that point. That is Diablo. Diablo that has got in your mind and told you that you can put that pre-con gel on your nappy hair and it's gonna lay down, and just plaster it with pre-con and water. It won't, no weapon. It won't work. It won't work. All right, I just had to get that in, y'all. Ain't nothing but that old slimy devil. Y'all silly this morning. Y'all silly this morning. But the heat is in the news. They're telling you stay in, stay hydrated. Please hydrate yourselves. Drink every time you turn around and every time you think about it. If you're going to be out there, out and about, please drink some water. Now, really, y'all need to drink water anyway. Some of you all need to add water to your daily regimen so you can get your daily allotted amount of water in your system, because water, 3/4 of your body is water, and if you don't have enough of it, you are surely in trouble. You need it to make all of those chemical reactions and chain reactions that happen in your body. It needs water. It needs plenty of water in there. And if you get dehydrated, check on your peeps, will you? Especially the elderly. I told y'all on last week or the other week that we had the heat wave. I remembered, God rest their souls, but I remembered going to, excuse me, y'all done made me, I done laughed up some, trying to clear my throat. But I went to some friends of my parents. They all, same church. And I walked in that house. It had to be 10 to 15 degrees hotter than what it was outside. And when I walked in there, she sat there in a full, like she was going to church somewhere. She was in her full church regalia. And her husband, who was an older pastor, he was all dressed up and decked out in his full suit, 3-piece, and his hat. Y'all know back in the day, the old men, they wore their hats everywhere they went. They're sitting in the house. Now, I'm sweating bullets, and they're just in there enjoying themselves because that's all they've ever had. And they had no air conditioning in the house and one little box fan, but all the windows were down. So, you know, this is the time for our seniors. We need to really pay attention to them. Some of them are out there. They need some folks that can just come by. Nancy, you out there acting up. I missed what you said, but I see the folks dying of laughter. So you out there doing what you do. Nancy ain't got no sense, y'all. So I'm gonna just tell you. As I said, I want to put this disclaimer out there. I am not responsible for whatever y'all see in chat because I ain't got no control over that. And as you can see, I don't have any control over Nancy, so she's loose, just like Diablo. So I want you to really take this time. If you've got some seniors out there that need to be checked on, please do it. Please do it, because they will sit in those houses, they will sit in those apartments, and especially if they do not have air conditioning and they're used to being in the hot weather, they will sit in those places and die. So we got to really make sure that we are taking care. Check on the village. Check on our village elders. That's it. SK 8843. Check on the village elders because they need to be checked on. All right. Listen, Monica, he's not going to wear shorts. He's not going to, I'm telling you. And that, I know you said that for the cracks, but I don't care. He's from that old school where they believe collar up and a tie and full sleeves all the way down. Now, he might have had on some short sleeves, but y'all know back in the day, men, my grandfather, you didn't see their arms. They would, so, you're going to have maybe some short sleeves, you'd never know. But more times than not, the sleeves that come all the way down to your wrist with the cuff links and the tie pin. And then y'all know the t-shirt underneath, they were going to have, I'm telling you, that's how they do. A man wasn't dressed back in the day if he came out without a t-shirt underneath that shirt. Yeah, I'm trying to break it down. That's the way it was. When they came out fully dressed, they were fully dressed. Do you understand? Not just what you saw visibly, but baby, Diablo wears a suit. And a full suit with all the undergarments to match. Now I'm gonna tell you what. Because the men wore all their undergarments, the women wore all their undergarments. Do y'all remember in the 80s, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna move on, but y'all in here cutting up. Y'all remember in the 80s when the young men first started coming out with no socks, and it was just egregious. They just couldn't believe it. It was egregious. So, at the end of the day, I remember I was doing a music workshop conference and I was the guest clinician, and the drummer came in with some Bishop Ronald B. Andrews is in the house. That's my brother. That's my friend. That's my brother from another mother. Mr. Integrity is in the house. Thank you, Bishop, for coming in. And you know I'm telling the truth, Bishop. That's the way they dressed back in the day. You had on the whole armor of God that you might be able to withstand or faint, whichever came first in the heat, that you might be able to withstand in the evil day. So they came in full regalia. And listen, the sisters had to have on a girdle. When I turned 12 years old, I was all of probably 75, 80 pounds, but because I was 12, my mother went and found me a girdle. Girt up your loins, girt it up, girt it up. You gonna have on a girdle, you gonna have, along with your underwear, and a slip, a full length slip. Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. You gonna have a slip, and you gonna have on some stockings, and listen, all of that underneath before you ever got to, and your brassiere, and y'all know I'm allergic to that. But that brassiere, you gonna have to have that brassiere on. That pink slip. Real tax talk, the pink slip. And we finally graduated to the half slip, but then you had the old mothers of the church and some Vaseline. You had the old mothers of the church that were sitting at the door, and if they could see anything at the top above that half slip. Now, if you had on a blouse and a suit jacket and you couldn't see the brassiere, you were okay. But if the mothers of the church saw that beautiful bean footage moving and grooving underneath there, baby, they's gonna cover you up. You shall be covered up. Don't let that slip be showing, Mel. Nancy said all the free folks in the room shout glory. We shall not be moved. So at the end of the day, I'm just telling you, that's the way I was raised. But those saints, those old folks, those individuals, those neighbors that are up in that generation, check on them, please, because they in full regalia. That's all I can tell you. They in full regalia. They need our help. You shall be covered because Diablo said so. Y'all silly. Y'all silly. Well, while we on Diablo, we might as well just go here. Sidney Powell, while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered. Since we talking about Diablo, Sidney Powell. Yes, that was 45s. I don't even want to get 45, otherwise known as Donald Trump. It was his former attorney and that crazy woman that we all saw just talking out the woman needs help. The woman needs help. The whole group needs help. Cassandra, heavy drinkers of holy water. No, not the holy water. Y'all silly. Y'all are really clowning in here today. So Sydney, get your coffee cup out. Get your coffee cup out. Get your coffee cup out. I'm done with y'all. I'm done. Sidney Powell and the Kraken lawyers, this is their argument now, that they should not be sanctioned because President Trump, he's the one that said and claimed voter fraud. So that's their argument that they got out. While we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, y'all know these folk are ignorant. While we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, her argument, and they're wanting to not be sanctioned any longer because President Trump claimed voter fraud too. Because President Trump said it too. So now, since President Trump said it too, they shouldn't have any sanctions, and they shouldn't have they're really saddened that they're not being allowed to practice. They're really saddened because President Trump claimed it too. President Trump was the first one that came out and said it. And now we're being sanctioned. We're being sanctioned unjustly because President Trump is the one that put I just can't. We're being singled out. We're being mistreated. We're being talked about. We're being mistreated. We've been buked. We've been scorned. And now they're talking about us as sure as you're born. We've been up, but now we're down. And just so you know it, we're level to the ground. But as long as you got King Trump, that's all I gotta say about that. Buked, rebel, they been buked. That's what that sanctioning is. They been buked. And if you didn't get it the first time, y'all, that's what they want. But at the end of the day, Sidney Powell, for you and Giuliani and all the other ignorant folk that have been on your bandwagon, this is all I got to say to you. Could it be? Could it be? The devil. Baby, ain't nothing but that old slimy devil. You got in the bed with Diablo. You had babies with Diablo. You reproduced after your own kind with Diablo. Now, you take the heat. You ain't coming out the kitchen. Take the heat, baby. Take the heat. Because that's what you created. And that's what you procreated. Now that you got all of these little demon babies heated up and running around the kitchen, you want out. But, baby, no, ain't no getting out. Ain't no getting out. Stay in there. Stay in there. Stay in there. Yeah, stay in there. Stay in there. You ain't getting license back. You're not getting the sanctions lifted. You got just what you wanted from Diablo. That's all I got to say about that. So as we look at while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, ain't nobody paying no attention to you, Sydney. Ain't nobody paying. And isn't it interesting? Now, the whole essence of these groups, whether it's the Republicans, whether it's different people that get caught up in the crosshairs of all of this mess that 45 has propagated and spoon-fed out there, and people been repeating it. Y'all knew it was a lie. You knew it was a lie when you said it. Now you want to go back and this is their tactic. Whenever they get caught and they don't have any place else that they can go, they start placing blame. Like I told you on Friday, when that Republican lawmaker came out saying, blame the people that are not vaccinated. Why are we going to blame the people that are not vaccinated? You guys are the ones who were telling them not to get vaccinated. You guys were the ones that were saying it was a hoax. You guys were the ones that were saying it was not real. And now that they did, and wait a minute, and the woman said, people ought to have sense enough. And this was her terminology and her conversation as she's dinging the people that they got in this whole mindset that this was a hoax, that it's not real, there's some kind of conspiracy. Then they start talking about all the different stuff that was in the vaccine, why you shouldn't take it, and all of this, all of that. And they went on and on and on. Now, so that is why we slumbered, slept, and slobbered. One of the top news items this morning, that the coronavirus is off the chains, and they're now estimating that we're going to have as high as 200,000 people daily. As high as 200,000 people daily at the rate that we're going, if it does not slow down and the rest of the people do not go ahead and get vaccinated. 200,000 people daily coming down with COVID-19. So, even with that, beloved, I'm going to say to you, for anybody out there that has not been vaccinated, I'm going to encourage you. And I know everybody has to be persuaded in their own minds, but you are so high risk right now. And the majority of the people that are being hospitalized and dying, and the majority of the people that are contracting it at this point, it is, like 95 upwards % unvaccinated individuals. So I want to encourage you, think about it. If you haven't done it, I really want you to think about it. But when you start talking about the elements of 200,000 people daily coming down with the virus, and that's a tremendous number, y'all. That is a tremendous number. So I want us to be completely aware of what's going on, even where that's concerned. Please, please, please. They got all kind of places out here where you can get vaccinated, no cost. And again, when you've been told by these people like Trump and Sidney Powell, Giuliani, and all of the other Republican mouthpieces that wanted to align themselves with 45, and you've been hearing this over and over, and all of the fear, and I want you to understand, fear has torment. I don't care if it's spiritual. I don't care if it's whatever application you want to go to. If it's fear-based, it ain't right. It's not right, y'all. If it's steeped in fear, that's why I tell even folk running to the altar at altar time because the preacher done got up there and made them feel so fearful. I gotta run down and get saved because I'm scared. That is not a reason. Anytime you're dealing with fear-based, and I don't care, just scare them in any way you can get them in. I don't believe that. I don't espouse to that. Fear is not any relationship rooted and founded and based in fear is not a healthy relationship. Any relationship. So even on these political lines, and even with this political agenda, when they come out with fear, and fear, more fear, and then make up conspiracy theories and make up lies, bold-faced lies to create more fear, y'all pay attention, because listen, it's not about fear. It is not about fear. So, fear is the enemy, real text talk. Fear is the enemy. And for those of you that Some of y'all still need to shake the fear because your lives growing up was so entrenched in a fear-based existence that even in your old years and your mature years, you still fearful. So I need y'all to pay attention. Pay attention. That's what a spiritual thought leader tells you all the time. Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention. When fear is what's driving it, pay attention. Now, mine is not fear-based. Mine is really fact-based because the science shows that if you will get the vaccine, you do have a chance to fight. It's not an automatic that you won't get the disease, that you won't catch the virus, but it definitely strengthens your opportunities to survive it. And I want y'all to survive. I want y'all to survive. I want y'all to thrive. So I want you to go and think about it for those that are not. And for those of us that are, still wear your masks. And they're coming back to the point of the mask mandates. People are going out like nothing's going on. Pay attention. You understand? C. Reed, pay attention. You don't know where that person next to you is being. You don't know what they've been exposed to. And again, I'm not fear mongering here. Good morning, MCP 812. So good to see you. You missed the cracks earlier on because this chat was off the chain. They were cutting up. I want you to think about it and pay attention because you don't know where folks have been. And just because they're your family members doesn't mean they don't have the virus, or they're not carriers of the virus. Pay attention. So please wear your mask when you go out because all kind of stuff is going on. Now, what else do I want to go to this morning? I'm going to go to William Murphy. While we slumbered, No. Let me do this while I'm dealing with the devil. Let's deal with Mitch McConnell. While I'm talking about the devil, let me deal with Mitch McConnell real quick. This man is just, I just don't know what to say about this man. He is just absolutely positively egregious. I want y'all to hear this, and I'm gonna actually, I'm gonna let y'all see it. I want to blow it up and get it ready for you. And I'm going to actually stop the music because I want y'all to hear the lies that come out of this man's mouth. This man has no shame. This man has no shame. Deliver us from all forms of fear. Truth and faith allow us to participate and thrive to stay alive. Come on here. She done started. Come on, Cassandra. Come on. Work it, work it, work it. Yes, while I'm still here on the devil, let me talk about Mitch. I want y'all to see this man. And we've seen him for what he is, but this man just keeps on lying. Yes, Stacy, we got you in prayer. We got you in prayer. We got you in prayer. And so thank you. Listen, and so please, just as Stacy has asked, we are a prayerful group. So y'all put Stacy on your list of prayers and her dog and everything that's concerning her life and her body right now. And we speak it forth. Now, check this joker out. I just, some of the stuff that he does is just so astonishing. This little clip right here, just basically took me out. And I'm just like, you're kidding, right? You're kidding, right? So listen to this. Oh, hold on a second. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Here we go. Let me start that back. Let me unmute it. There we go. And now y'all can hear it. Here we go.
And after the Biden administration was very eager to claim ownership and spike the football on the vaccination trajectory, which they largely inherited from Republican leadership, we've now seen vaccination rates in many places plateau on what this White House has been insisting is their watch. This turn toward pessimism is especially stunning and especially sad because President Biden took office with wind at his back. Things were set up for a roaring success like no other presidential transition in recent memory. And after the Biden administration was very eager to claim ownership and spike the football on the vaccination trajectory, which they largely inherited from Republican leadership, we've now seen vaccination rates in many places plateau on what this White House has been insisting is their watch. This turn toward pessimism is especially stunning and especially sad because President Biden took office with wind at his back. Things were set up for a roaring success like no other presidential transition in recent memory.
I'm gonna play it one more time. What else? I'm gonna play it one more time.
The administration was very eager to claim ownership and spike the football on the vaccination trajectory, which they largely inherited from Republican leadership. We've now seen vaccination rates in many places plateau on what this White House has been insisting is their watch. This turn toward pessimism is especially stunning and especially sad because President Biden took office with wind at his back. Things were set up for a roaring success like no other presidential transition in recent memory. And after the Biden administration was very eager to claim ownership and spike the football on the vaccination trajectory, which they largely inherited from Republican leadership, we've now seen vaccination rates in many places plateau on what this White House has been insisting is their watch. This turn toward pessimism is especially stunning and especially sad because President Biden took office with wind at his back. Things were set up for a roaring success like no other presidential transition in recent memory. And after the Biden administration was very eager to claim ownership.
Let me just go ahead and shut that down this morning. I'm gonna go to William Murphy. This
Things
joker.
were set up for a roaring success.
Now, so at the end of the day, y'all, if you all got the gist of what this lying, that man said that the administration and the Republicans had really set this up, and what Biden and his administration, I just got to break this thing down. Biden and his administration are claiming the victory for, and what was done was because the Republicans had set it up. And he really had the best setup of any handoff in the presidency ever. He really had the wind at his back, and Biden has spiked the ball at the goal line. I played it numerous times so y'all could hear. Now, you can't hardly understand the words coming out of his mouth because he won't open his mouth and talk. But at the end of the day, I wanted good morning, Barbara Hardy. So glad to have you here. I love you. Now, I wanted y'all to hear that because I want y'all to hear the kind of lies. I want you to hear the kind of lies that they're telling on the floor. Did you hear what that man said? Did you hear what that man said? Could it be? Could it be? The devil. Baby, that wasn't nothing but the devil. Now, if I wanted you to hear it for yourself. I wanted you to hear it for yourself. Because y'all, that is so bold-faced, ugly. Maury Povich would say, it's a lie. It's a lie. Everybody, this is what's going on the floor. Now, we're out here trying to survive, trying to live. And I'm like this. For this man to get up and be allowed to just take his time on the floor when you should be talking about the American people, you should be talking about. So at this point, they know that the vaccine and the lack of action on the part of COVID is going to be a downfall when we get to these midterm elections. I got to pull this out because I need y'all to be. It was reported to me. That was a lie, Monica. It was reported. Come on here. You got it.
Why you always lying?
You asked for it. You got it, Toyota. I'm going to give it to you one more time, Monica.
Why you always lying?
That man, lips and minds on the loose, hyped up on the devilish. Listen, devil's juice. Not the devil's juice. They tanked up on the devil's juice. Tanked up on the devil's juice. I'm trying to get you to understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. At the end of the day, let me unshade, because y'all know I don't just throw shade, I shed light. I want you to understand how ridiculously absurd this man's lies are on the Senate floor. On the Senate floor. They're wasting up precious time on the Senate floor. All of that. So listen, I'm looking. What did Royal Confession say? I missed it. Mother Trumplicans acting like Royal Confessions is loose. They are on that devil's juice, y'all. They are on the devil's juice. At the end of the day, I want you to be aware, because what we see happening right now is they're trying to shift the trajectory of your focal point away from the fact that, number one, y'all said it was a hoax. Then you came out and said it wasn't that bad. It was just the flu. It wasn't any worse than the flu. Then you came out when the vaccines finally showed up, and you started coming out with all kinds of lies and tales about the vaccine and what all was in it, and your rights. You have a right to not wear a mask. You have a right not to take a vaccine. You have a right, with no consideration whatsoever for public safety, when I thought that's what you got elected as a lawmaker for, was to ensure the public safety of the people. But you came out with all of this. Now you want to shift the trajectory of people's focus and say, we left the Biden administration all of this. This is how they were able to do it. It wasn't on their watch that all this happened. The Republicans set this up for him. The Republicans made it possible, and he got to the goal line with what the Republicans set up, and then he spiked the ball at the goal line. Yes, drinking Clorox was a cure, Mel. Drinking Clorox was a cure. Shooting it in your veins, shining them with some light. If we get enough light in there, we heard insanity, and we continue to hear insanity from the Republican side. These people have truly drunk the devil's juice, i.e., otherwise being interpreted Jim Jones's Kool-Aid. These folk have lost their whole minds. So at the end of the day, I wanted you to hear that these so-called privileges are killing people, Shelly Thunder. People are dying. People are taking their last breaths. People are going out of here from all of this that you created, and then you stand there on the Senate floor and continue to lie. I just don't know how much more this we can take, because I feel at this point, folks need to be kicked out of the House. Folks need to be kicked out of the Senate, because this is absolutely ridiculous. It's egregious that you're standing here day in and day out lying, and know that you're lying, and taking up time on the Senate floor to spout these lies just so you can get sound bites and pictures to go out there and run on Fox and have all of the racists and all of the slow people and all of the Reese believe that what you're saying is the truth. When will somebody challenge them to the fact that you're lying, and you know you're lying? Mel, do you have your car ready? You're lying, and you know you're lying. So at what point does lying in the legislature, at what point does lying on the Senate floor, at what point does lying willfully and maliciously lying in the House, at what point does that become an issue where the country says you cannot come and just stand up here and spout off a whole bunch of lies when people's lives are at stake? At what point do we say this has got to stop, and there's got to be some sanctioning? There's got to be some removal from office. There has to be some replacement. We just letting these folk run around loose. I can't understand it. I just can't understand it. And so now we had, yes, the January 6th committee hearings start today, and they finally came out with Kitzinger and what's my girl, Cheney, as Republicans to add on to the bipartisan investigating council. And at the end of the day, I'm like, but you still got all of these people running around footloose and fancy free. You know they're guilty. You know they've done all kinds of things. And listen, it almost feels that way, Real Tax Talk, like Congress doesn't care about the people's lives. Because what this man up here, now you got folks hollering and screaming, sit him down. Y'all remember when the Democrat was up talking about what the Republicans had done and their participation in the insurrection, and the man started hollering and screaming, sit him down, sit him down. We won't allow you to stand here and talk about us in the and the man was telling the truth. But Mitch McConnell can get up here and spew and spout all kinds of lies, all kind of dastardly. I'm telling you, it's just dastardly. You can do all kind of dastardly mess, stating it from the podium and the lectern in the Senate floor chambers, and nobody says anything but allows this man to just keep running like diarrhea of the lips. I don't understand it. Mitch, come on. He can have all the seats. He can have all the seats, Mel. Have all the seats. But somebody needs to sit him down. He's not going to sit down on his own. So at the end of the day, if y'all don't see, and it's happening, if y'all don't see that this whole system needs to be completely and entirely revamped and redone, not to mention, if you get a chance, I didn't cue this one up, but if you get a chance, go out and look. The Young Turks has an awesome video that they released on yesterday, and it shows the insider trading. You heard what I said, the insider trading that is happening in the House and in the Senate. Insider trading. And then, as he said, what they do after they get caught with their hands in the cookie jar, they go to the Ethics Committee, which is nothing more than their peers who are also engaged in insider trading, and find them not guilty and go on about their business. Stuff that normal Americans, if we were doing the same stuff that they're doing, we would be in jail. It's sickening. It's sickening. And it's happening. And they brought up, y'all can go out here and Google it, Manchin's daughter. Yes, the one that keeps wanting to have bipartisan. He's a Democrat that ain't. So at the end of the day, bipartisan. I'm not going to do this but it was reported to me, $333,000 from Exxon Oil. This whole dark money situation, I'm sick of it. And his daughter, for all of you all that are suffering behind the EpiPen, his daughter, it was reported to me, is the one that created that whole scenario, but not before they got their stocks in and got their stock market money and portfolio pumped up and inflated. Insider trading. And they're still sitting in their lips, hips, and fingertips in those chairs, and nothing is happening. And no regulation, because y'all know they deregulated, right? You know they deregulated. We've got the highest medical insurance. We've got the highest medical cost and the poorest medical treatments. It's just dastardly, y'all. It's just dastardly. There's just no other way to talk about it. It's just dastardly. And if this is what the lawmakers are doing, and they're coming in poor and going out filthy rich from stuff that we would go to jail for, that's why ain't nobody talking and telling on nobody else, because too many hands are dirty. Too many hands on both sides. Because when they came back, they had the same 3 Democrats on the Democrat side, hands in the cookie jar and a trail of dark money. That's why ain't nobody saying nothing. Whew. Y'all, come on here. And we've got to wake up and smell the coffee. And this is one thing I will say about Young Turks. because they are calling out the media on this, because he said this is documented information, this is documented facts, this is documented stuff, but there's no reporting, because basically y'all reporting on what they want you to report on. Why has nobody brought all of this mess? It's mess. Why has nobody reported this in mainstream media? Because they don't want it reported. And I ain't talking about no conspiracy stuff made up by QAnon and a bunch of crazy stuff. I'm talking about stuff that you can go back and track. Oh. And y'all wonder, why don't we hear anybody say anything on the other side? Crickets. Crickets, because your hands are dirty too. Oh, Lord Jesus. I saw you, Mel. I saw you wanted some prayer. Let me get some prayer for the saints. Because listen, we truly need Jesus to fix it. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, but we need the folks to vote. We need the folks to rise up. We need the folks to insist. We want change. And we're not talking about just change positions, take this person out and replace them with the same. We want change, and all of this mess needs to be changed. We need amendments. We need legal changes on the books. We need de jure on the books. We need changes. We need changes. Come on here, Real Text Talk. Everybody needs to write Congress and tell them what's really going on in the states. All of these states and all of their individual, we got crazy stuff going on from state to state to state. Some of this stuff needs to be unified. If you're in the United States of America, these are your rights. I should not be denied voting rights based on the state that I live in and what that particular state has chosen to pass. I should have something that uniformly allows me the right as a U.S. citizen that I should have automatically. I have the right to vote. Whew, I'm telling you. So when you hear, and that, I'm going to tell y'all, it's just so hard for me to sit and listen to Mitch McConnell get on the Senate floor and take up all of that time to spew and spout the lies that everybody in that chamber knows he's lying. Nobody challenge him, and we don't have conversation going on about what really needs to happen for the American people. Could it be? The devil. Baby, it ain't nothing but that old slimy devil. Am I talking to anybody in here? I need y'all to wake up. Come on. Get your coffee cups out. I need you all to wake up and be the lions. Be the lions that they're going to hear. This pride, Pride. This pride of lions is relentless, and you're going to hear us roar. Not only in the way of voting for people to occupy those chairs and positions, we need change on the books. This has got to stop. Am I talking to anybody? Let's email, write, call, whatever you have to do. Show up and show out. I saw that clip. I saw that clip of Mitch McConnell wasting time on the Senate floor for that soundbite. Y'all know it. Thank you, May Solomon. Thank you for liking the stream. You know that soundbite went out to all of those people that want Trump back in office, to all of those people that don't want to see the end of white supremacy, to all of those people that don't want to see the end of white privilege, to all of the people that are racist. You know that soundbite went out expressly to them so they could see and hear him on the Senate floor lying. And why didn't somebody call him out? Call it out. It's unbelievable. It's just absolutely positively unbelievable that you sat here and listened to this man and all that he had to say and said nothing. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Whew, I tell you, there's so much work. There's so much change. And I don't know about you, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You got the right one, baby. I'm here for it. Because at the end of the day, it's happening, and all of these changes have got to happen. Now, what we see flaring up, I'm going to show you this next clip. Bishop William Murphy was in the news yesterday because I'm not going to say in the news. He tweeted, Instagram, whatever way he got this out. I'm going to see what this is. But listen, Bishop Murphy was hot. Bishop Murphy was hot. He was hot as fish grease, because at the end of the day, let me pause this. At the end of the day, William Murphy, he's going to tell you what's going on here. I want you to see how the racism in this country has just spiraled completely out of control, and nobody's exempt. They don't care who you are. They don't care how many followers you have. They don't care about your status and your stature within your communities and this. They don't care. They don't care. Racism, which has never gone anywhere, has reared its ugly head to be just as bold and open and blatant as it wants to be. And at the end of the day, we're going to have to go to work. We're going to have to complete the work. We're going to have to continue on because, listen, these folk done lost their whole minds. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? And I'm going to say this because you're going to see. If you go and look this up, well, let me talk about that after y'all see. And I don't know if I'm gonna show the whole thing because he went off for 8 minutes and 57 seconds. I don't know that I'm gonna do the whole 8 minutes and 57 seconds. I just want to give enough, and I'm gonna start it off with the beginning of it, and then because at some point Bishop went off. Bishop went off. But I want y'all to check this out and understand, Houston, there is a problem.
I need somebody in Fort Lauderdale who has some influence. Obviously, they don't sit black people away from the service door at Eddie V's in Fort Lauderdale. The entire restaurant was empty. They set us at the service door. I asked to be moved. And basically, he said to me, you're going to sit in the service door or you're not going to sit at all. So I'm telling every black person in Fort Lauderdale, do not go to Eddie V's. There were white people all over. The restaurant was empty. The other white people, they were sitting other places. But the black people, they want to sit at the service door. So I'll take my money somewhere else, but I need somebody with some influence in Fort Lauderdale to send me a message, because Eddie V's need to know that black people can sit in other places other than the service door. So the entire restaurant is empty. He tells me the tables are reserved. Where's the seating map at Eddie V's where you can reserve a certain table? Now, there were 4 tops all over the restaurant, and he tells me you black Negroes can only sit at the service door. Of course, he didn't use that language, but that was it. The entire restaurant is empty, and the only place we can sit is at the service door. I'm upset. I need somebody, you guys go ahead and get the car. I need somebody in Fort Lauderdale who has some influence to send me a message, because Eddie V's needs to know that black people can sit other places than the service door. Look at the white people walking in. It's 2021. Are you kidding me? That's okay. We'll take our money somewhere else. But I want y'all to know what just happened. Unfortunately, this is the only place we can sit you. Don't play with me. You don't know who I am. Black people do not go to Eddie V's in Fort Lauderdale. I'm telling you right now. And I need y'all to help me let Eddie V's know that it's 2021 and black people have influence in Fort Lauderdale. If you know the mayor, if you know the city council people, I need you to put them in touch with me so Eddie V's can know this is not how you treat black people. You're gonna sit all the niggas in the doorway where the service entrance is, and other folks sit in other places. The whole restaurant is empty, and he tells me this is the only place we can sit you. This is America. It's 2021. And I want to say something else, but y'all, because I'm pissed off. I'm mad.
Now, I saw my brother and Siri. If you got some intel, he said, "Are you telling me that the story of what Bishop is saying is a lie?" I need some clarification. Put that in the chat. At the end of the day, this scenario of the way that he told it, I'm not going to play the rest of it because I'm telling you, it goes on for almost 9 minutes. And the longer he talks and the angrier he gets and sharing what was said and how things went down. And there were all the black people in the establishment, not just himself, but some other black folk, as I understood it. Thank you for following. Thank you for following. Now, let me turn my music back on and we're going to get this party rolling, because I wanted to show that. I want us to get some level of this country. And I'm still waiting to see, Reed. I'm waiting to see for some clarification on what you're saying. This country, we have gone to a whole nother level. Because at the end of the day, and this is where I want to challenge us, because as Bishop continued talking, thank you for following. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Peter, Brother Pete, thank you for following. So at the end of the day, I want us to deal with this idea and element that as we're going from place to place in the country and spending our dollars, as we're going from place to place, and he basically, and I'm going to say this, I'm still waiting to see what you're going to say, Siri, but I'm not exactly sure what you were referencing there. But people started coming on, and they were basically confirming that they'd had the same experience. So they were coming on saying they had the same experience. There were some in other locations that were saying in other parts of the country they had the same experience at that chain of restaurants. And so at the end of the day, I'm like, now, is this something that we need to really stop? Pay attention. Come on, Shelly Thunder. Do we need to pay attention and look at where we're spending our dollars? So that brings me to the point of, as we're coming up to the elections, I feel like we almost need to organize so that we can understand where's dark money going. Okay, who's providing dark money first and foremost? And I feel like we need to organize. We've been protesting, we've been doing this and that and the other, but I think, thank you, Diesel 7041. Welcome to the Lion's Den, and thank you for coming in. I appreciate that, host. So then this becomes a question of mine. We need to organize in a different way, I believe, because yes, we're going out in the streets. Yes, we're marching right here in my city, in Kansas City. We had a protest march on yesterday, and some of our officials in the black community are asking for the Department of Justice to come and intervene and investigate our police department, because black folk keep dying. And there was a video released where they killed a black man up on Troost, and they gave their report one way, but the video showed something totally different. And the video showed that they executed this black man in this gas station store and then came out with this other story. And when the video was released, the video did not corroborate or substantiate what the police officers said. And this isn't an isolated incident. Then we've got our trans community who is seemingly under direct assault by police officers. And so they are asking for people, the Department of Justice, people to be given their rights by the police department and stop killing us. So they held on yesterday, right here in my city, they held on yesterday a press conference asking for the Department of Justice to come. And the man, I tell you what, if you saw the clip yesterday, the man was begging, please hear our cry. Please hear our cry. We need help. So at the end of the day, oh, you were speaking of Mitch. Okay, I got you, C-Reed. I got you. Okay, that's why I say, give me some clarity. Bishop is speaking the truth. If you had some inside intel that I was missing, because I tried to make sure that this podcast gives the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God, as best as I can get it to the truth. So at the end of the day, Bishop, by the time he got finished, and this is, I'm gonna have this conversation with my churchy people. Churchy people were coming on the thing saying stuff like, Bishop, don't let them bring you out of character. Because, and let me tell you why they said that. Because he said, I'm mad, I'm hot. You heard him say it at least one time there. And as he continued on in his sharing, he got, the man, he was boiling. He was boiling, y'all. He was boiling. And so at the end of the day, the church people started coming on saying, because he's a bishop. The man is a bishop. What are you talking about? The man is a man. And I'm not saying, he didn't say or watch the whole video. The man didn't say anything out of order. He did express he's extremely mad, had every right to be. He used the N-word because the word was used. So once he started saying the N-word, oh, Bishop, don't say that word. You're coming out of character. You're da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Church people, sit down and shut up. Yes, I said it. Church and churchy people, sit down and shut up. Sit down. What are you gonna tell this man? You're a man of God. Good morning, Yardie girl. Welcome to the Lion's Den. You're a man of God. You are a person that you gotta let them see a difference in your life. Your lightning. Ain't nothing wrong with his light. He's telling the folks, these folk are racist. They're sitting people in the service entrance. They're sitting all the black people in the service entrance while everybody else white in here is sitting hither, thither, and yon. And when I ask about all of these tables that are empty, you go, listen, I need y'all to have, sit down. Y'all too churchy for me. Sit down. This is why things don't change, because y'all want folks to be quiet. You want folks to shut up. Pray. I saw that in there. Bishop, this is something we gonna pray about. Listen, you go ahead and pray. In the meantime, there's still sitting black folks in the service entrance. I can't get this. Y'all church folk, y'all too churchy. Sit down somewhere and shut up till you get some understanding. And you wonder why those same civil rights that we fought for and won in the 60s, you wonder why we still haven't seen no progress, because y'all want to tell people when they tell the truth, sit down, don't come out of character. You're a man of God. They need to see your light. We need to pray. Somebody put in there, the Bible said, be angry and sin not. And all I got to say is I hope this anger doesn't go down on your wrath and turn it. Shut up! Oh my God, shut up! Y'all ain't ready for me. Y'all ain't ready for me. Bishop is a man. Bishop did not say anything out of order other than to finally break down and use the N-word, which was being. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You a man of God and you gotta represent. Y'all done lost y'all whole mind. And whatever y'all calling religion, whatever you calling spiritual, whatever you calling God, baby, you in a whole nother arena of insanity. What? I can't get no understanding. I can't get no understanding. This man is sharing the pain of his experience, and y'all worried about you. And I'm gonna tell you, he didn't cuss. I'm sure he probably could have. I'm sure he probably would have liked to. However, all I'm trying to say to you, he did not break his decorum while he was talking, but he did show his anger and his upset. And we got church folk trying to judge him because you feel like he's not showing the light. Sit down somewhere. That's just too much. It's too much. Y'all too religious and too churchy and too ignorant. I'm gonna say it. You're ignorant. Good Lord from Zion. That's ignorance. How do you think there's gonna, and you gonna talk about pray? I don't have a problem with praying, but come on here. Lord, today, that's why you're not making no progress. And that's why I ain't coming to your church. Good Lord from Zion. But at the end of the day, let me get off that rant. But I'm telling you, when I read the crap and the stuff that these people were saying on his post from church, I was just sick. I was disgusted. Y'all, oh, whew, let me calm down. Let me bring my blood pressure down. Let me bring my blood pressure down. Let me bring my blood pressure down. I just can't. I just can't. I cannot with you people. I cannot. That's why I don't come to your churches. I cannot. Lord Jesus, today, I ain't coming to your church with your religious self. I ain't never. And I want to applaud, let me go ahead and give it up for him. I want to applaud Bishop for going ahead and making it known. I gotta give him props. In spite of the churchy folk that feel like he shouldn't have said nothing, sit down somewhere. I gotta applaud him. And you would think that, and like he said, this is 2021. And you would think that in 2021, not only would he not have to battle the establishment for being set in the service interest, in 2021, you would think he would not have to battle church folk because he got up and said something. Oh my God, I'm just done. I'm done. I'm done. Church folk, too churchy. I'm done. Good God from Zion. I'm done. And again, I'm going to give it up for Bishop one more time. Percocet Pete, I'm with you on that. I'm going to give it up for him that he was as calm as he was. I'm gonna give it up for him that he was as calm as he was, because he could have been belligerent. And y'all see how amped up I get, because they probably would have had to dial 911 to get spiritual thought leader, because baby, we would have had to get an understanding. And all you're get an understanding. It's 2021. We need to make people understand that the old boy system has to be changed. Come on here, C-Reed. Y'all sitting up here in comfort talking about we gonna pray about it. Ain't nothing changed. Y'all been praying, or your prayers don't work. Which one of those you want to deal with? Your prayer don't work? You want to deal with that? Your prayers ain't working? You want to deal with that? Because y'all been praying from the time of slavery and we came out. Y'all been praying all of the way up to the 60s in the civil rights movement, and y'all still praying, but I don't see a change. Your prayer ain't working because you're too churchy. Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling, but get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out, because y'all know I listen. And I love the church. Don't get me wrong. I love God. I love God. I don't love churchiness, but I love God. I do with all my heart, mind, body, soul, everything in me. I love God. But at the end of the day, I'ma choose your seat and sit down. Get your coffee cups out, because y'all know no cream, no sugar. I take this coffee strong and black because I tells it like it T-I-Z-Tiz. All of this churchy crap. The man has been denied his rights as a black man in this country, and you want to come out and start getting churchy. Sit down somewhere. Whew, y'all just ain't ready for me. You just don't know about me. You just don't know. To the left, to the left. All y'all church folk with your churchiness, to the left. Woo, to the left, to the left. My God. At the end of the day, come on, get those coffee cups out. Come on, get those coffee cups out. At the end of the day, I applied. I'm going to do it one more time. And Bishop, please don't let these folk muzzle you. And please don't allow them to make you feel some kind of way about coming out like you ain't no man of God. Good God from Zion. Whew. Churchy people, would you please leave? Would you please exit stage right? Would you please go? Would you please go? Oh my God. At the end of the day, let me get back to my point, because that one took me over. When I started reading those comments, it just took me out. At the end of the day, we're coming into the time of midterm elections, and this is something I feel like we probably need to coordinate. We need folks that can give us, number one, we want to know who's funneling dark money. We need to know these corporations. We need to know these entities. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate you, Stormy. Welcome to the Lion's Den. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We need to know who's funneling dark money. We need to know the names of the organizations and the corporations. We need to put them on blast. I don't care. Some of y'all need to go ahead and get ready. If your company is on the list and you've been patronizing them, we need to, where do you think they're getting that money from? They're getting the money from us, y'all. We're the consumers that they're getting the money from. Stop consuming their products and services. I'm going to say it again. Stop consuming their products and services. This is where I want us to go, y'all. Stop consuming their products and their services. We need to, until they change the laws, because the laws have allowed this to happen. That's why they're going and running rampant. They are almost entities. Corporations got more power than real live breathing human beings do because of the law. Until they change those laws, we need to pay close attention. Where are we spending our money? And if it's a corporation that's sending dark monies against black people and people of color, stop patronizing them. Stop it. I don't care if it's your favorite product. Stop it. Then we need to identify, the Koch brothers, and listen, we gonna get a whole list of everything that the Koch brothers sell, because they are some of the main ones that have created and are leading and running this tyrannical system that's taken us over. The Koch brothers. Look up the Koch brothers. Anything that the Koch brothers make and produce, stop buying it. I'm so serious, because we got to skin. It's more than one way to skin a cat. If the folks listen, and I'm tired that this is what we get from the people in the Senate, the people that let Mitch McConnell stand up there and have that whole tirade of lying.
Why you always lying?
I'm tired of this. So there's more than one way to skin a cat. If they're taking dark money and their hands are dirty, cut the dark money off. How are we going to cut the dark money off? Stop patronizing these people. Stop it. I don't care who they are. I don't care how much you love it. Listen, As much as I love Chick-fil-A, I love those. I ain't gonna lie. I love those waffle fries. I love those waffle fries. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I love those waffle fries. I love that spicy chicken sandwich. I love it. It's tasty, but I don't go. Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to separate myself. I don't care how good and how tasty. If you going to take my dollars and funnel them someplace to work against me, I'm not going. Y'all just going to have to bite the bullet and make up your mind. And maybe some of y'all need to create a restaurant to compete with Chick-fil-A. How about that? How about that? Maybe some of these black individuals out here need to band together and start creating some businesses that can compete against these other businesses where we can put our money, where we can put our dollars. Because I'm not going to keep giving it to you to send to these Republicans to tear down every right I have as a human being and a citizen of the United States. I'm not going to buy my stuff from you. I'm not going to spend my dollars over here. No. Am I talking to anybody? So listen, this is what we need. I'm telling you, we got to organize. We got to organize. I want us to get a list of companies saying that there's companies out there funneling dark money. We got to go one step further. We need a list. We need a list of companies that are funneling dark money. And then we need a list of who the recipients of that dark money is. I said it. And I don't care if you love them. I don't care if you, I have finally had to, I have to deal with this. There's somebody that's still in my area. I love him as a person, but he ain't did nothing and he ain't said nothing. He made an appearance about 3 weeks ago with a little boy doing a lemonade commercial. And these little photo ops, y'all stop falling for these photo ops. A photo op ain't nothing if you ain't gonna say nothing and do nothing. What is a photo op? Like you doing something. I didn't say his name, but it's on the it's on the screen. I have come to say and realize I can't vote him out. He's not going to get out until he decides he's not going to run again. That's just how deeply entrenched he is in our black community here. And I love him, but you ain't doing nothing and you ain't saying nothing. And I will say, as much as I love and appreciate, he did not get my vote. And so at this point, it's a matter of how are we going to begin to combat this? We need to start grooming some folk and then galvanizing behind them to give them a chance. Because some of these incumbents, they've been in those seats and they plan to retire from those seats and they ain't doing diddly squat. They ain't doing nothing. And you can say whatever you want to say. Listen, I've heard all kinds of excuses, but if that's your excuse and you can't serve and do what you need to do, give the chair up. Shoot, give the chair up. Stop sitting in it. Put somebody in there that can function. Y'all ain't liking what I'm selling. Get your coffee cups out, get your coffee cups out, get your coffee cups out. Because listen, no cream, no sugar. We tell it like it T-I-Z-Tis. Get this coffee strong and black. If you can't do your job, get out. And this whole idea that I can get in, and once I get in, I can die from this chair, or whenever I get ready. No, if you're not doing your job, if you're not standing up for the people, if you're not saying anything, and go back and check the record, because I'm here to tell you, folks ain't even showing up for the votes. If you're not going to show up for the vote, you don't get my vote to represent me if you're not even there to vote. That's all I got to say about that, because I'm sick and tired of hearing this. while Mitch McConnell got diarrhea of the lips. Where are you? How come I don't see you on the floor? You ain't said nothing. How come I don't see you on the floor? How come I don't see you, your lips, hips, and fingertips standing behind that podium at the mic and the lectern? At least come and tell the opposite truth. Come tell the truth. Can you just show up and tell the truth? But no, who knows where you are gallivanting across the countryside, and this man got the podium and was monopolizing the time, the energy, and sucking all the oxygen out of the room. And this is all I get from y'all? Could you show up? Could you please show up? Oh, y'all, it's time for me to go. And I done worked myself up into a lather. Lord Jesus, I done ran over time. But I'm just saying, we got to have another agenda. Get some young folks, get some young blood. Child, them folks sitting in the chambers of the House and the Senate, they so old they can't hardly move and walk. They can barely breathe. We need some young blood. We need to groom some young blood. We need to groom some young folks. And we need to have them ready and prepared and able to take these offices. And then we need to galvanize behind them and vote them in. Stop with these incumbents and the status quo. They ain't doing nothing. Many of them. Well, Yardie girl, I love you. I love you. Mel, I love you. All of y'all in this chat, I love you. But we got to think about this thing. We need to rethink this thing. And name recognition is not a reason to vote somebody in office. We need action. Actions speak louder than words. I don't care how popular your name is. I don't care how long you've been occupying that position in office. We need folks that are going to do something. Let's get it going. So here we go. I'm going to recap right here and I'm going to get out of here. Get the list of companies funneling dark money. And I mean a list that we can see, and we're going to call a spade a spade. There's nobody off limits. If they're funneling dark money and this is what you're doing, we're going to call you out. Number 2, we need to see who's receiving the dark money. And the folk getting dark money, we need to vote them out. And at the end of the day, we need to raise up some young people. I don't care. We can raise up some old people. We just need some people that's going to do something. Raise them up. And let's get rid of these do-nothing folk. And let's vote in some folk that really care about the people and not trying to get rich and fat and insider trading from the floor and all other kind of crimes that we, the people, would go to jail for, and you just keep on getting richer and fatter and sitting up here year after year. We're done with that. The jury, we need to change some laws. We need to make some amendments happen so that we can turn this mess around. And it's happening, y'all. It's happening. Because this pride, P-R-I-D-E, of lions, we are relentless. And you're going to hear us roar. Now, let me get the lion out today. I had to move my stuff around, so he's going to interfere with a little bit. But let me get my lion out today, and I'm going to go ahead and get ready to shut this on down. I know I'm a little bit over time, but y'all done clowned up in here today. But we spoke and we spit some hot truth today. We had the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. So listen, it's time. It's time, y'all. It's time for the lions to come out roaring. I need y'all to come out roaring. I need you to come out ready. I need you to come out equipped. I need you to come out cocked and loaded with truth and integrity. I need you to write the vision and make it plain. I need y'all to get that thing. Get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out. Get your roar on. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? This pride, P-R-I-D-E, this pride of lions is relentless. And you're going to hear us roar. Am I talking to anybody in here? You're going to hear us roar. Well, there you have it. Come on, Lions. I see you. I see you. I see you, Stormy. I see you, Real Text Talk. I see you, Risha. I see y'all. I see you. I see you. And I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on in the room. Now, as we get ready, prepare to get out of here, those that are in Twitch, follow us and ride the raid train. We're going to raid somewhere. My moderator always takes us someplace good. So I see you roaring, Shelly. I see you roaring. I see you, BTD Mom. I see y'all roaring. And this thing is for real. And it's happening. It is happening. Don't lose faith. Don't lose energy. Energize. No quit till we win, y'all. No quit. No quit till we win. As we always say, I'm out there in these streets, so you can follow me in Patreon, Twitter, Twitch, Anchor, Discord, and more. And we are all powerful. We are all powerful in love. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Let me take this down because y'all talking and I want to see what you're saying. And I will have the chat fixed on tomorrow. Thank you for bearing with me on today. But I see y'all saying some stuff over here. I want to catch what you're saying. Lawanda, listen, mods extraordinaire in the room. Thank you so much for being in here. Shelly Thunder, I got some of the finest of mods in the room from other channels that have come in to support Spiritual Thought Leader this morning. I appreciate you guys for coming in. I want to give it up for my mod, Rebel Inc. Rebel takes good care of this channel, and I appreciate you. Royal Confessions, it's no longer our job to wake up the sheep. It's time to wake up the lions. Girl. And we gonna close with that. It's no longer time to wake up the sheep, girl. That's my iron right there. Now she about to make me jump up and run out of this chair. It's no longer time to worry, spend your energy and your efforts trying to wake up the sheep. It's time for us to wake up the lions. Oh my God. And on that right there, Lord Jesus, that's the way we gonna close out of here on today. But I gotta applaud that. That is a word. That is a whole word. Oh, y'all over here cutting up. Shelly Thunder. Listen, y'all going forth over here. I love it. That's why I like coming in here. Yes, you, O-Cube, one-on-one, just me and you. We have this conversation. We enjoy it every day. I hope that you're enjoying it. I am having a marvelous time. I appreciate you. I could not do what I'm doing without you. And I appreciate you for being so kind to give me of your time, of your energy, of your increase, of your knowledge, and of your efforts. I appreciate you so much. I really, really do. Now, that being said, I always close out and thank you for everyone that has joined today. We had some folks that came in today enjoying. And so enjoy the credits and roll that beautiful beam footage. I appreciate you. And I want you to know I appreciate you. I really, really do. I always close it out with an idea. And that concept, we're getting ready to get busy, y'all. We're getting ready to get busy. We're getting ready to get busy. It's time to roll up our sleeves. I'm going to say it one more time, and I'm going to close out with what Royal Confessions said. My. That girl knows she tore me up right there. I'm going to eat on that. I'm going to use that, Rhonda. Royal Confessions. I'm going to use that. It's time to stop trying to wake up the sheep, and it's time to wake up the lions. Peace for your journey.
Oh, I feel for my brother. Feel for my brother. You know, a lot of my brothers are dead and gone, but they've been hanging on the block a little too long. What can I say? I hope they live to see a brighter day. And the ones that are doing fine, God bless you, cause you're doing fine. At the end of the day, don't forget about me. As days turn to weeks, and weeks turn to years, oh, I feel for my brother. And as time passes by, I see you're not satisfied. Oh, I feel for my brother. Feel for my brother. The street life used to be on, straight up hustling till the break of dawn. Taught me how to do wrong right, everything inside. Somehow things started to change. Try to get us straight up out of the game. You couldn't see what I saw. The empire was starting to fall. And everything that I said never seemed to get into your head. I tried to do the right thing, living my life with the words that I sing. Now tell me, I wanted to know what happened to my best friend. As days turn to weeks, and weeks turn to years, I feel for my brother, feel for my brother. And as time passes by, I see it unsatisfied. Oh, I feel for my brother, feel for my brother. I miss you, man. You're my brother. I said I love you, babe. I won't forget you, no. Oh, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. It's time to feel life is cheap. Everything's disposable and so are we. Can you hear me? Life is real, yeah. And if there's a heaven above, please start showing a brother real love. Cause I wanna go home. Oh, I feel for my brother. I miss you, man. Oh, I feel for my brother. You're my brother.